Hey, shalom, shalom, Yasha'Allah and world. I'm Brother Ezekiel,
Brother Chris.
and we are back at it today on part two, of not following the ways of the Gentiles. And pretty much we got a lot of little reading to do, but this specific chapter in Psalms hit home with this one. I mean, it really lays it down completely on why we need to stick to the Torah. Okay. We're going to start off here in Psalms 119, and we're going to start at verse 97. So, yeah, it's a long one.
Psalm 119, what?
And verse 97, we'll start at.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, slack, yeah, yo. 1 second. I'm getting there. Let's see. Where are you at? 97. Okay. All right, go ahead, Elder.
Psalm 119 and 97. And it reads, Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day.
So, oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day. Okay, so individuals is just talking about let's just love, 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 and love. And that's it. And we only supposed to deal with 2 commandments. You know, love the Most High thy God with all thy heart, mind, body, and soul. And the second, love thy neighbor as thyself. Listen, the first one, if you love the Most High God, then you shall love his word, which is his laws, statute, and commandments. Okay? That is the meditation that you're supposed to have every single day. You're supposed to meditate on it. So therefore, it equals to the point of loving thy brethren as thyself. Okay? You should want to teach your brethren to do the same thing. So you all can have harmony, be in sync, be one. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me.
So the Most High says that his commandments has made him wiser than the enemies, than your enemies and things. So why are you still trying to learn from them, the Gentiles and the things of this world, and through their understanding, when if you just learn the Most High's and show and prove that it can make you a lot wiser than them? Why don't you guys try this? But once again, you choose to learn what our captives, our slave masters have been teaching us and trying to brainwash us with. So we need to get out of that folly. But it's a process, and you got to make the effort. You can't make excuses and not do so. But go ahead, Elder.
99. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation.
So the testimony, he says, I'm wiser than all my teachers. Okay? Because they're following the testimonies, the witnesses of these individuals that showed and proved the Most High's power, and showing that who taught it on to them, this is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to meditate day in and day out. So therefore it makes you even wiser. Okay? And this helps you excel and stuff because like I said, we're supposed to be a part of a whole body. We're supposed to help each other and sharpen each other's swords. Iron sharpens iron. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts.
Because I keep thy precepts, meaning laws, meaning commandments. Okay? That's exactly what a precept is. Whatever the Most High has commanded you to do, that's what you call a precept. Okay? But go ahead.
I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word.
So it keeps you from every evil way. It keeps your footing in things. Because the moment you start going off the path and stuff, here comes all the stumbling blocks for you. It's going to trip you up and make you fall and start dealing with all this other nonsense that we don't need. Like we read back in Deuteronomy 4 and 4 and 6, for this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of all the nations. We supposed to be learning from the Most High, not them. But go ahead, Elder.
I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yes, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way.
Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. If you know the Torah, you will see every false way there is, and you will not want to deal with them. And as a matter of fact, you wouldn't even want to hear them. It's irritating to your to the spirit and to your ears. Okay, this is why we have to come out of what they're trying to teach us and how we should live, how we should do things, how we should dress, how we should talk, walk, all this stuff. Let all that stuff go. Okay, well, go ahead, Elder.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments.
So thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Listen, if you ain't dealing with the Torah, you ain't got no light. You just walking around, running around in darkness. And you claiming you know the Most High, I love him and he loves me. But yet you run around blindly in darkness just crying on out. Like, nah, man. This is why we're trying to give you that understanding. We're trying to help you with this because our people are just dealing with the emotional side of the Most High's word and things. And it's gone back to the Gentile way. Well, we just need to love and care for each other, hold each other's hands and things like that. No, that's not how not according to the Most High, how it teaches us to love. You know, like I said, it's an action. And if you just claiming with your mouth that you love the Most High and you reject his laws, you don't love him. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Father, according to thy word. Accept, I beseech thee, the free will offerings of my mouth, O Father, and teach me thy judgments. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law.
Yet do I not forget thy law. Constantly, this whole chapter in Psalms, and I'm surprised they never taught you this in church or even amongst a lot of the camps and things. They never go through a lot of these things because the majority of it's talking about law. They're trying to warn you from not getting cursed under those laws, not to get in bondage with those laws. You're supposed to be guarding the Torah. So therefore, you're free from the law because the law are for the lawless. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts.
Yet I err not. What all? This is the thing. All the snares that the wicked have set up is catching a lot of y'all up because you don't know the precept. And once again, the Torah. You stop at a prophet and you claim that, well, this is what it means and stuff. See, I precepted for what Christ said onto the prophet. But it didn't stop there. I gave you the example of how Christ used that to show the precepts. And who was the snare at the time? Satan was. He was trying to catch him up 3 times, tempting him. And Christ kept going back to the law. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart.
See, it says, thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever. This is something, this is a landmark. This is something that's supposed to be inside you forever. When you teach your children and anybody else, that's what they call the seed being planted. It's going to continue to grow if that individual allows it to grow in things. So it needs water, it needs sun, good soil, and things like that. This is the same thing. It's a landmark inside you. Wherever you're walking, you're a landmark because you're shown and proved as a testimony, as a witness of the Most High and his power through his son Hamashiach Yeshaya and the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. So you're a living proof. This is what you need to continue to keep doing on a regular basis to keep you away from all this wickedness and all these snares that the enemy puts up and things that draw you away from the Most High and to cut you off and cut your name off from being a people in a nation. Okay? But go ahead.
I have inclined mine heart to perform thy statutes always, even unto the end. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love.
I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. A lot of people don't even like it. They don't even like teaching this. But go ahead, Elder.
Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my power.
No, just the 10 Commandments.
I will keep the commandments of my power.
I will keep the commandments, plural, of my power, my Elohim, my God. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like the dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. My flesh trembleth for the fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgment. I have done judgment and justice. Leave me not to mine oppressors. For surety, for thy servant, for good. Let not the proud oppress me. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation, and for the word of thy righteousness. Deal with thy servant according unto thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes.
See right here, it's even telling you he's there. David's saying in these songs, he's asking the Most High to always keep him away from his captives. Okay, if you remember, after he sinned back in 2 Samuel chapter 12, the Most High gave him certain options of what should fall on him for his his wickedness, what he did. And they said, let the captives, let them be captives of the enemies. He's like, nah, no, please don't give me to the enemy, because they can't wait to get my head on as a trophy and things like that. Nah, please, nah. This is what he's talking about right here. This is part of the song of repentance, because he remembered what happened. So all these things right here, if you keep his laws, guess what? He'll keep you away from your captives. And as a matter of fact, your enemies will become your friend. And I mean legit friends. I'm not talking about, hi, and smile and shake your hand and stuff and stab you in the back at the same time. No, I'm talking about who you would claim that your enemies are actually your allies, who's actually going against their own people and stuff for the Most High's sake and for your sake. Okay? To help you out where information you need that you can't get to because of this. Okay, for your skin color, your nationality and things. Okay, but this is how the Most High helps us. Like it tells you back in Revelations about the woman running into the wilderness, and the earth opened its mouth to help protect the woman in the wilderness from the great serpent, sending all the floods of the false things, the wickedness, and all so forth and so on. So that's one of the things. But anyways, go ahead, Elder.
I am thy servant. Give me understanding that I might know thy testimonies. It is time for thee, Father, to work, for they have made void thy law.
For they have what?
They have made void thy law.
They have made void thy law. Listen, they've been doing this way back then. So it ain't nothing but a repeat of what a lot of y'all people are doing nowadays. You making it void. You're making it vain, like it has no value whatsoever to it. And this is still being taught today because people want, they want followers. They want this status amongst social media. Like I said it before in other lessons, and people are falling right into it because these individuals are trying to make it what you call easy by not telling them the laws and things like that, because they want an easy life. They want it simple. Okay, it's not simple. Even the Mashiach said it wasn't going to be easy. Okay, you got to work to get those blessings. You got to work to get that burdens and stuff taken up off you and things. You got a lot of work to do, and a lot of people don't want to put in the time because they're like, man, I can't do this and I can't do that. Choices and excuses. And a lot of times when they sit here thinking that nothing's working for them because they're not putting in work, they think the Most High is supposed to just go like this. Nah. Then they end up walking away from the truth completely. Even though it's with the help of individuals lying on the Most High and creating them doctrines. But go ahead, Elder.
Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yes, above fine gold. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way.
Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Put it like this: the men that you choose to follow and the women you choose to follow, that's your gold. You don't put his commandments above that. You've chosen them and the world to be your gold and stuff. You rather follow that than actually his commandments. Okay? This is what a lot of people think, because they'll read this and be like, oh, see, it's a material thing. It's not only a material thing. People you claim as being gold, they're walking, talking idols. Okay? So that's another thing. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. I hate every false way. So how do you know what is false from a man that you claim is your teacher or your man with a title and stuff when you don't know the Torah? You don't read it. How can you tell this? How can you discern any of these things? You can't, because you don't know. You don't know the precepts. Okay? And not the precepts according to how Christ told us to do it. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Thy testimonies are wonderful. Therefore doth my soul keep them. The entrance of thy words giveth light. It giveth understanding unto the simple.
It gives the entrance of thy words giveth light. It giveth understanding unto the simple. Simple. It's real easy. Just read the Torah. Read it and you'll see everything is very simple. All you have to do is just keep repeating this in your mind and your heart and things on your everyday basis and stuff. Heck, read 10 laws and apply it to yourself one day or for the whole week. Next week, do the same thing with the next laws that's coming in order. And then the next, try doing these things. But the problem is you don't try. It's crazy. Brothers do 1,000,000 push-ups and getting, brick strong, I can't use the word, but you know what I mean. Built like a, house. And here it is. They put all that time and effort to it, but yet they won't read. They worry about what a woman's going to be like, oh man, she don't think my pecs are strong enough. I'm just saying though, like all this stuff to impress all these different things. Huh? Vanity, that's right. It's vanity. Yeah, read Ecclesiastes. Tells you all about vanity. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
I opened my mouth and panted, for I long for thy commandments. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do to those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so I will keep thy precepts. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Rivers of waters run down mine eyes, because they keep not thy law.
You know how irritating it is? And it's hurtful too that we have the laws right here. Once again, this is not like back in the day we had to go to synagogue and listen to the Levites sit here and teach the laws because they had all the scrolls. We have it right. You have it right here in front of you, and you reject it. Yet David wrote lyrics here talking about how much he's crying because the people don't want to keep the laws. They don't care. And it's the same thing happening today. To me, my tears is irritated. I get angry. I get pissed off about it because I'll show people this and I'll be like, brother, sister, you're wrong in what you're saying because I hear that's a doctrine coming from a man that taught you this. You're just regurgitating what he said. That's not according to the law. And that sure as heck not according to what Christ said. Well, brother, nah, listen, you can't tell me that I'm wrong and this and that and the other. According to his precepts, his word, I can tell you that. And it's the irritating thing that goes with us. Like I said, it's, man, when you start learning the Torah, you'll start seeing patterns in everything, everybody, and all things around you and stuff. You'll see it. That's all the Most High is waiting. He said, like a brother was talking to me today about how the Most High has basically saying we have a cup and he keeps pouring it in there and overflow the cup with all this blessings and stuff. He's eagerly waiting to give this to you, and yet you don't want to take it. Life is sitting right here. You have life sitting right here. The cap is off and stuff, and you thirsty as ever. Like, where's the water? I'm thirsty. Oh Lord, where is it? Please, God, tell me where it is. Where it is. It's like, son, it's daughter. It's right here in front of you. Take a sip. Father, I can't see it. Where is it? I don't know. Dude, don't you see it right here? It's right here waiting for you. It's even dripping on your pants and stuff. Sip, drink, lick it up. Come on. You don't want to do it.
I got something for that.
Go ahead, bro.
For that verse. Jeremiah 13:17. But if ye will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride, and my eyes shall weep sore and run down with tears, because the Lord's flock is carried away captive.
There you go. See how the prophets work? Even before, even after David. Jeremiah was picking up on this, the same prophecies and stuff. He was saying the same exact stuff. This is what he's saying. The sheep is gone. They're gone astray. And the people love it. That's the crazy part about it. And it's like, dude, you guys don't want to wake up, man. Fine. If you don't want to drink, I'm finna drink mine. I don't know about y'all, but I'm drinking mines, and I bear witness to all the things the Father has blessed me with through His Son Christ that I've asked through His name and things for and stuff. So I've seen it. I got blessed with it. I got blessed with I got two different elders now. I got Elder Chris here, and I got an elder sister by the name of Sister Ella and stuff. She's well in her 60s and things. Sorry, I hate to put you out there, sis, but still, the fact is they over 50 years old, and that's what you need for us little knuckleheads out there, okay? So these are one of the blessings. Everybody, the YouTube and all this and that and the other are blessings and things. Me waking up every morning, blessing. Water to drink, blessing. Sweater, headscarf to cover up my bald spot, blessing, So all these different things, But go ahead, Elder.
Righteous art thou, O Father, and upright are thy judgments. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. My zeal has consumed me, because my enemies have forgotten thy works. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. Go ahead.
Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights.
Yet thy commandments are my delight. Through any anguish and trouble that you may be going through, if you just read it when you're going through hard times, it takes away anything. That's why I call the Bible the Comforter. Okay? It comforts you. And then you photographic memory or reading this and playing in your mind as much as you can and stuff, it'll comfort you in those times when things get hard like that. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live.
The righteousness of thy testimony is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Man, I wish a lot of our people out here would have the same type of attitude towards this. Take the understanding so you can live too. But nope. Thus saith my elder, did not say it, so I don't believe it. My church has not said this yet, so I shall not believe it. Mosque, whatever. All these things, man. You shut your ears off because you're so used to what they brainwash you to say, well, he's the shepherd or she's the shepherd. We're just the lamb, so we follow only their voice. Wait a second. I thought we were supposed to follow the Most High's voice. We're his flock, not theirs. His name's supposed to be written in us, not their name branded on us because we're part of the church of whatever, or whatever camp there is and things. Like, come on, man. Dude, that's foolishness. But go ahead, Ellie.
I cried with my whole heart, hear me, O Father. I will keep thy statutes. I cried unto thee, save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. I prevented the dawning of the morning, and cried, I hoped in thy word. Mine eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. Hear my voice according unto thy loving kindness, O Father. Quicken me according unto thy judgment. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. They are far from thy law.
They are what?
They are far from thy law.
So anybody preaching about the laws is done away with, or we don't have to deal with the laws and stuff, dude, you wicked. And I don't care how much a soft voice you have, and how mellow you may be, and how calmly it could come out and things, and how refreshing it may sound, and you may be righteous in things. That don't mean jack to me. If you ain't following them laws and you teaching people not to, you wicked. And if you ain't meditating on it, you wicked. Plain and simple. You a heathen. Okay? Real talk. You an alien according to the Most High, and you're not a child of the Most High. You are what they say a mamzer, a bastard. You don't want to follow nothing the Most High says to do. So with that being said, you a dang heathen. Okay? Anything else besides not meditating on his laws and things and keeping your butt out of mischief, I'm not trying to deal with it. But go ahead, Elder.
They are near, O Father, and all thy commandments are truth. Concerning thy testimonies I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever. Consider thy mine affliction, and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law.
For I do not forget thy law. Consider my afflictions and deliver me. So, you getting afflicted by the Most High, being chastised and stuff, you don't ever want to forget the law. Like, okay, thanks for the chastisement, Abba. You showed me something because I was weakened or I was messing up in. So, therefore, this was the law that I was actually breaking. So, I understand, Abba, forgive me. And, let me atone for my sin and things, or for breaking one of your laws. Whether it's major or something very little, okay? All of them is major. But the fact is, if you don't even consider your own affliction, then you obviously are not trying to see that the fact the Most High is actually trying to show love to you so you could change. But a lot of y'all got pride and egos out of this world and things. But anyways, go ahead, Elder.
Plead my cause and deliver me. Quicken me according unto thy word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes.
So order. You guys don't like seeking order. And let me tell y'all something. You brothers and you sisters out there, you men and women that's conscious in this truth and things, a lot of y'all don't like order. Period. You don't like, brothers don't like being the head. Sisters don't like the men to be the head. Okay, they still like the reverse roles and things like that. And then when a brother tries to bring some information to you, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with it and stuff. But a brother trying to show you love and he coming at you correctly and being humble about it, like, brother, you messing up. And you want to get mad and be like, I ain't trying to deal with that. You don't like order. So if you don't like order now, what makes you think you're going to have order in the kingdom? I'm going to wait until Christ comes back. Oh, he's going to set everything straight. Dude. And that thing from stopping from brothers and sisters coming together in unity and things, because you guys keep deliberately making these doctrines, these false doctrines and stuff, you are purposely using that scripture to say, well, Christ is going to bring us all together. Well, no, duh, he's going to bring us all together. But the fact is, Christ never said not to practice it before he comes. All that has to be paved before he even comes. You have to set the standards so the time comes you're making it easier for him and also for the Father. You're supposed to be servants to Christ. That is the master. And Christ's master is the Father who we all serve. That's the chain of command. Okay? You guys got to really start getting in order. Maybe you need to watch a couple army movies or something. So I don't know. You're going to have to do something. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Great are thy tender mercies, O Father. Quicken me according to thy judgments. Many are my persecutors and mine enemies, yet do I not decline from thy testimonies.
So I don't care what they say. Oh man, well the Bible been written so many times, and we have what you call this type. We talk about Confucius and we talk about all these philosophers and things. I don't care. That don't mean nothing to me. This is another thing. This whole book is a witness. So you guys that studying all this other stuff outside the book that has nothing to do with the scriptures, period, with the Most High, you're just trying to get knowledge of certain other things and stuff, and you ain't even well rooted in the Word. Like, dude, you're gonna get corrupted all the time, and I see a lot of y'all that do that. You could tell me about how to function or how to make a DVD player or how to build up a computer, but you can't even build up the salvation or your name that could be written in the book of life. That's backwards. So that's why I keep telling everybody to watch these videos and who I come in contact with. Dude, read the laws first. Study that, master that first before you even touch the rest of the book. Okay? Or any other outside resource and stuff. Learn this completely first and apply it to yourself first. Okay? Then you can start dealing with other stuff because you're well rooted. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
I beheld the transgressors and was grieved, because they kept not thy word. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Father, according to thy loving kindness. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever.
Endure forever. You ain't gonna see death. Okay? Continue to keep doing that. He'll prolong your days. Go ahead. Well, to some, because people still dying and stuff out here. So how is your God saying keeping his word? See, he's a contradictor and things like that. There's two different deaths. Okay? You got physical and you have a spiritual death. The spiritual death is definitely, you don't want that one. Okay? That's the second death. But anyway, you got to read that for yourself to get the understanding. But go ahead, Elder.
Princesses have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy word. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth great spoil. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments.
Oh, wait a second. Yo, Muslims pray 5 times a day. Well, you didn't outdo David this time. He said 7 times do I praise the Most High. Woo! There goes that number again. A jubilee. Completion. Rest. I guess you guys didn't get that one, did you? But anyway, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna try to, I'm not trying to get on everybody and stuff. But the fact is, when my Muslim brethren and stuff, when you guys see this, 7 times a day that King David prays up the Most High. Okay, so and we were facing the east. Okay, normally we have 3 times a day: one before sunrise, one at high noon, and one before sunset. Okay? So when we pray over our food, that counts up and things like that as well. So 7 times a day, he said he prays. Okay? Think about this, Israel, too. Maybe this is what you need to start doing if you want to get on that higher frequency and get on that level of coming close to what Hamashiach was doing, showing miracles and things. You may be able to just happen to be strolling by the beach and you want to get your feet wet, and next thing you know it, your feet ain't getting wet and you walking on top of the water. Maybe. Who knows? That's something you got to see if you're going to reach that level, if the Most High says you're worthy enough. But go ahead, Elder.
Grace, peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them.
Wait, say that again?
Great peace have they which love thy law.
Great peace have they which love thy law. So if you keep it, you're going to have peace. We already read that in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. You'll be blessed. Nothing's going to mess with you. That was the time in the desert and everything. You see how I'm going back and forth thinking about this? Because every time I read this, the first thing starts flicking off is certain laws in my mind about what our ancestors were talking about here. And even when you're walking around in the world today and stuff, certain things happen. The first thing that clicks in your mind would be a law. Like, no, don't do that. Okay, you see that guy, even though he's a Gentile, he dropped his wallet and stuff. You saw him dropping in things. But you go to pick it up, there's plenty of money. He got credit cards in there. Well, maybe I should take the cash and then go give it to him. Nah. Like the scripture says, if a Gentile's mule or livestock goes astray from him and ends up in your field and starts eating it and stuff, and you know where it comes from because normally they brand it and stuff, then you would take it and go give it back to him, regardless if he's a Gentile or a fellow Israelite brethren. That's just the right thing to do. And then not knowingly, that man could have been rich out of his world. And since you gave me this, here, have 10 of them. I got extras. Here, have 10 of them. I'm breeding them left and right. See? That's how the Most High could bless you for doing right, being righteous. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Yah, I have hoped for thy salvation and done thy commandments. My soul hath kept thy testimonies. I love them exceedingly. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Let my cry come near before thee, O Father. Give me understanding according to thy word. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. My tongue shall speak of thy word. For all thy commandments are righteousness. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Father, and thy law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments.
And that's it on that Psalms. So that whole, I was just reading this, so I was just like, well, I was in this chapter, I'm just like, I'm looking at the verses before, and I'm like, well, I mean, you guys could start at verse 1 on that, but that hit home of a lot of stuff that we need to do in order to get this peace and in order to get these blessings, if we but just do what he asked us to do and not follow the way of the Gentiles. Plain and simple. Through his precepts, we get understanding. Through his Torah, we get understanding. It makes us wiser than anything and everybody out here. Like I said, this book even teaches economics. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm not finna break this down. Not giving my ideas out here and telling the whole world specific jewels in here because they don't need to hear it. And it's only for certain individuals. And I'm talking about my people for this situation, because your ways, and I'm speaking to the Gentiles out here that's watching this and ain't trying to follow the Most High. Y'all taught us exactly what you needed to do to follow this system. What I'm doing is reverse that, so therefore we don't follow your system anymore. And trust me, when we leave, you're going to wish we were still here. Because guess what? We the ones that bring blessings onto you. Not the other way around. Okay?
That's already being recorded. People leaving America.
Yeah. Yeah, they're starting to leave big time. And not only that, like I said, if we all left every so-called to unconscious people who still call us African Americans and black people, if all black people left America and indigenous people left in America and things, you guys would go crazy because you guys don't have nobody to boss around. You don't have no more privileges that you think you have over humanity, you know, and then you guys will start fighting each other like you did before the numerous past in the past. You guys have a bad record of these things. When I say you guys, I'm speaking in this sense of specific European Gentiles. Okay? And let me explain something before we get into the next chapters. To my people. When the Europeans came over here, majority of those Europeans that came here were the whack jobs that the other Europeans did not want in the land no more. They were happy to ship them off over here because they were believing and doing everything that they wanted. They were wild. Okay? And since they got over here and things, and then, you know, our people were being captives of them, enslaved and things, all their teachings of their whackness has creeped off into your mindset and made y'all the whack jobs of our people as well. And you guys don't want to let that go and everything. Go ahead and hold that up, Elder. You can probably explain too. You see that book? What is the Destruction of the Indies? You should check that book out. You want to give a little brief thing on it?
This book will tell you what some of the things that they did to us, to our people when they came over, how berserk they were. And now when they got here, even they were so destructive that Mr. Bartholomew de la Casa was right back to the king and say, they're not doing this for you, they're doing this for themselves. They're not Christians, and they came in the Christian mindset, but the barbarism they created, he was saying that it's not meant for you to do, and the Most High will not forgive them, and the king should punish them for what they're doing. So it's an excellent book to show on the butcheries and the barbarism that they did to us.
Mm-hmm.
Those Spaniards.
Yep. And the same type of stuff that they doing, our people are doing that till this day. And the brainwash. And that's why, and we know this, a lot of so-called Africans, they look down upon us because of the way we act and how we do certain things and stuff. It's not because we're just Jacob or we're Israel. A lot of the stuff that you do is horrendous. It's wild. And that's the mindset you can't be. That's why when the Most High said, come up out of her, my people, be not partakers of her sins and receive none of the plagues come upon her. That mindset, that spirit, you got to come. You cannot, I'm going to tell you this once again. I've traveled the world and stuff. I've been in the Middle East, okay? You cannot take this mindset, which you've been taught here, and leave over there and bring that with you. That stuff will literally cost you your life over there. And this is why I know a lot of y'all are scared to go over there because of this, because this place gives you that freedom to keep acting wild without any order. Period. I know that for a fact, especially with a lot of women and stuff too, in our community and things. They don't want to leave from here because in the Middle East, guess what? It's man's country all day long. Whatever the man says, that's what it's going to be. Everybody is in order over there. That our people say here, they're enslaving their wives and things like that. No, they not. They got to be covered up and things like that. They're making them slaves and things. They got to cover up their body and stuff. Guess what? They never show those things. They show the bad parts of certain women and stuff, and then you guys once again do what the Europeans taught us, to stereotype everybody into the same basket. You can't do that. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of women that loves to cover up, who's, let's just say in Islam, they cover up for a reason. They love to cover up. It's a fashion thing too. They love doing these things. And here it is, according to the scriptures, and this is something I was going to break down. The word angel, it means messenger. If us men are messengers, and we're trying to give the word out, and sisters too, if we are messengers and we're being angels, then that means till this day, angels are falling. The messenger are falling. So therefore, the message is not being delivered. So with that being said, this is the reason why you should cover up. Men too, you're supposed to actually cover up. All this, you see how this is? You're supposed to cover up like this. You're not supposed to be showing your guns and six-pack ab and showing the imprints of downstairs and things like that. You ain't supposed to be doing all that. You're making a woman who may be a messenger fall. That's why the garments go past your loins. And it's loose fitted. So they can't see the shape of how you look. I see the shape. Let me think in my mind. Let me draw pictures up in my mind. Yeah. He looked like he could do, work it. You know what I'm saying? This is the same thing. This is why you sisters cover up. This is why you men are supposed to cover up. You're making each other fall and the message ain't being delivered and stuff because you're being a distraction to each other. That's why when we have studies and things, women sit on this side and all the men sit on this side and stuff. No distractions because you're intermingled. You're sitting here trying to read or listen to the word, and here it is, she may be touching your thigh. Or here it is, you might be touching her thigh, or whatever the case may be. Or you see somebody you like. Now you're distracted, you ain't trying to hear the word. order and stuff. This is a known fact. And like I said, well, there's no law that says a woman should cover up. Yes, there are. You need to read Numbers chapter 5. And then also read Isaiah 3, the ending verse. The Most High said, I took away your hoods and your veils. The women were covered up. Islam, Muslim women, they're actually doing it. Thank you. Keep teaching our women how to do these things. You need to come back to that. I mean, we weren't looking like that, but we was in style though. Okay, we was making it look fresh. But once again, and once again too, stop wearing tight stuff. Like, stop saying this is modest and you wearing a skin tight dress that's showing off everything. And you said, but it's past my ankles and I got fringes on. Come on now, you might as well just walk around naked. Same thing with you brothers and stuff. Same exact thing. Because I know sisters look on this, oh, you just getting on the sisters and stuff. You're a male chauvinist and things. Nah.
I said that somebody might do it.
Right. So, you know, these are things that we're trying to bring forth. And like I said, I was going to show the pictures today too. That's how much our people still follow the Gentiles and stuff. Back in the late 1800s, during the Victorian days, when European women were dressed, they had big hats on, and their dresses were all the way down to the foot, and they were long sleeved and everything. The women was covered up. What I'm getting at with this, when our women see them, they do the same thing. So now that the women want to wear skin tight dress and show off the body and things like models, now our women are doing the same thing, and then still holding on to those traditions for the fact that, oh, well, I'm conscious and I know the Most High, so I'm covering up, but I still want to look good and stuff. Good to who? You ain't supposed to be pleasing the men out here in their eyes and stuff. You're supposed to be pleasing the Father. But you didn't look at it that way as you being a messenger, as an angel, and you not delivering a message because you're making each and every one of both genders to fall from one another. I mean, fall to one another to be stumbling blocks towards towards each other. Okay? But anyways, I mean, I got scriptures to back all that stuff up, but I had to take the time out to do that. But let's get back into the scripts, okay? So, since we went through pretty much laws and precepts, let's just back it up with the prophet now. Another prophet. Let's go to Isaiah 20. Well, we did what Brother Luis said with Jeremiah. That was a prophet. Let's bring out the other prophet, which is Isaiah 28, 9 through 13, which you all should know. Because a lot of y'all use this in the camps 24/7, and you repeat this, but you don't have that understanding for it. So we get it. Isaiah 28, verse 9 through 13.
Isaiah, the 28th chapter, verse 9 says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. The milk stage is the Torah. Plain and simple. The meat stage is after the Torah. Okay? Once you well season in both, then you should start teaching. Then you could give a righteous doctrine according in that order to people. That's why a lot of times when I do speak on here, I really don't give too much of my own words. I always give into chapter and verse. As a matter of fact, you should count every chapter and verse depending on what person you're watching and things like that. If they're more coming out just their own self and not with the book, there's a problem. If they're only giving you 4 scriptures, that's Christianity still over all day. Okay? You need to be this book needs to be speaking more than you. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
For precept must be upon precept.
Law upon law.
Precept upon precept.
Commandment upon commandments.
Line upon line. Line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with the stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
So to give understanding, like he says, with another tongue, another language that you guys can all understand. Okay? But the crazy part is, it's like, I try to help our people with these laws and stuff. They think I'm speaking another language. But then they hear from their leader, they're speaking their language. And I'm like, huh? What language is he speaking? That ain't according to this language. This language right here. I know I've done it, like I said, sometimes something may go over people's heads and stuff, but anyways, but just show and prove. This is the precept. This is how you understand it through the laws. And as a matter of fact, we got about like 10 minutes left. Let's get when we were reading Psalms, how it says like basically every other way would be vain. Okay, if we continue to keep dealing with how the Gentiles want to teach us, it's all vain. It's for nothing. And we're going to get that one understanding where who told it, I think maybe best was, it wasn't just Hamashiach, but I'm just saying before his time was Samuel. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 12, and we'll start at verse 20.
Chapter 12, verse 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And you know what started? Wait, why does it say 220s? Oh, that I'm tripping here. See, this is 20. So, let me see your book. Yeah, and Samuel said, okay. Yeah, my book has 220s in here, so I had to look at that real quick. It's crazy. But go ahead.
1 Samuel 12th chapter and verse 20. And Samuel said unto the people, fear not, ye have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Most High, but serve them with all your heart, and turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver you, for they are vain.
For they what?
For they are vain.
For they are vain. They will not deliver you and will not profit you whatsoever. So we're showing and prove right here that their learning, their understanding is vain. It may sound nice and stuff because it's coming from their schools and things, and this how get you the little funky piece of paper to say, hey, I got a degree in this and stuff because I followed what they told me to do. That profits you nothing. You could learn all that stuff. Literally, all you got to do is you're spending $30,000 to get a degree and piece of paper and stuff to say that I can now practice what I do. And you could have just paid $1.50 for a library card and got the same books and mastered the heck out of that and started practicing on individuals around who would have trust for you to do something like that, depending on what field it may be. But yet you can't do it here in this state. In this country. Over across seas, you can. So, y'all, you guys got it. A lot of that stuff don't profit you. I'm not taking nothing away from people that go to school. That's good. You go to school, do what you got to do and stuff. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just saying that you can learn all this stuff even through the Most High without even having to go through that stuff. Okay, but go ahead.
Verse 22. For the Most High will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it hath pleased the Most High to make you his people. Moreover, as for me, the Most High forbid that I should sin against the Father in ceasing to pray for you. But I will teach you the good and the right way.
For I will teach you the good and the right way. Go ahead.
Only fear Yah and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he had done for you.
Only fear the Most High Yah and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he has done for you. You got to once again, remember what the Most High has been doing for you. Take in consideration, be content with it. Okay? Even the littlest thing, the Most High bless you with a dollar on the ground or something. Hey, thanks the Most High for it. I know that got me in trouble one time, but I was thankful, but I should have kept it on a little DL. Except it wasn't no dollar though. But anyways, go ahead, Elder.
But if ye shall still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both you and your king.
But if ye shall still do wickedly, you shall be consumed, both ye and your king. Let me tell you something. Your king, like I said again, is a lot of these men that you follow today. Y'all are following them as if they're your king and stuff. They have told you a lot of things that tickled your ears just right. And here it is. You continue to keep doing wicked and staying diverse, causing division and things like that. You guys are all going to get consumed because you choose not to read. And I don't want to hear, well, brother, I got to work and stuff. I really don't have time to read and things.
You got Shabbat for.
Right, that's what you got the Shabbat for. That's right. And even if you have to work during the Shabbat, well, take one of the other days that you're off and stuff and give that to the Most High. Stop with the excuses. You have plenty of time. If you spent an hour just conversating with other people and stuff, you could have spent that hour reading that book. Or 5, 10, 20, 15 minutes. If that's all you got, give it back to the Most High. Like I used to tell people when I was street teaching in front of this place called Midtown up here in Milwaukee and things. And standing in front of Walmart. On the Shabbat, people buying and selling our people. Of course, they don't know, but they go into church and things like that. I used to antagonize them. And I mean this in a certain way. I used to say, dang, I'm standing out here. Y'all claim y'all love the Most High God and Christ and the Holy Spirit and things. And y'all say y'all love Him and stuff and such and woo woo woo. But here it is. You can't even give them 5 minutes of your time. But you're going to spend a whole hour in Walmart buying 5 things and coming out and going home. Breaking the Sabbath and things like that. And not even giving 5 minutes of your time to the Most High. Just to hear something that you will never be taught in those churches. That's what I do. I mean, I still do it till this day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I nitpick like that, and you know that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get them in, reel them in, and things. But once again, our people, a lot of people in the world today, not just only our people, but even the other world today, who we try to tell we're Israelites, they laugh at us. They be like, "Hot, you an Israelite? No. Is your father Jewish? No, excuse me, no, not your father. Is your mother Jewish? You know? Were you born in Israel? Oh, so how can you be an Israelite?" And they laugh at us because we try to tell them this. And they even have attitudes towards you when you try to explain the truth. Like, who made you the authority? You know, our people is like, where's your congregation and stuff? Where's your 3-piece suit on? Them is,
Where's your time?
Yeah, where's your tithing? To them is, yo, no, you are not God's chosen people. You can't be. It's impossible. The people who are in Israel today are God's chosen people. And they're white. Because it is right. This stuff we have to deal with. And then still, they're following after Rome, the same individuals, the same nationality and nation of people that was trying to murder who you call your Lord and Savior. And you're following after them and you're making them the authority over the book. And they're not even Hebrews. They're Japhetic people. But this is the problem. You guys don't want to listen. That's fine. Because a lot of the Gentiles outside this world, I mean, obviously outside the nation and stuff, y'all going to get consumed as well. And they're going to have a field day with y'all. Because there's a lot of stuff I could pull out here. You talk about what goes around comes around. There's a lot of little things. For what y'all done to our people and still doing today, and you're cahoots with them individuals and not wanting to say nothing. You should, as a matter of fact, real quick, Psalms 1, I want to say Psalms 137, I think. Hold on. Just to show and prove what's going to go around, what goes around comes around, and to show you how just of a Most High power that we have. Yep, Psalms 137 and verse 7 down to verse 9 real quick.
Psalm 137, verse 7. We remember, O Father, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said,
Destroy it, destroy it.
raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Read that one more time.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
One day you guys will see men like us, this color, who was telling you were Israelites, that we were saying we were Israelites. One day is going to happen where the Mashiach, angels, and 144,000 probably is going to come. And for you being the other nations in cahoots of what you did to our people, going to go in your homes, take your little children and infants, and take them by the foot and smash them against the stones. That's how just the Most High is. And once again, we know who we serve. You calling on Jesus and, and Christ and everything, and you don't even know what this man is about to do to y'all. Because you reject the words that we're trying to explain to you, and we're trying to show you that we are the real Israelites. And all the stuff that your people and everybody else, the whole nation's been trying to throw down our throats, stuff down our throats, all their culture and their history and things like that, to keep us blind at the dumb of our own history and our own culture. And not knowing that we're the Most High's chosen people. Yes, the Most High God has favoritism. Okay? So, this is just part 2. I mean, I think the finale will be next week with this. And, like I said, I had to go into, pretty much that whole chapter of Psalms to show and prove to you that we're supposed to choose His word over any type of knowledge and wisdom of all these other nations that's been trying to teach us. So, I think next week we'll pick up in Jeremiah chapter 10, and basically goes into the customs of the Gentiles are vain and so forth and so on, where little Christmas trees are forbidden in your house and things, So anywho, we'll build more on that. So it's always a pleasure that I'm able to, a blessing that I'm able to speak with y'all and spread as much jewels as I can and as much knowledge as Most High bestows upon us, and I'm just happy to do so because that's what our calling is supposed to be. Okay, so anywho, I'm your brother Ezekiel,
Brother Chris,
and we are saying shalom to the world, to Israel, and to the world.
Shalom, world.
Shalom.